Hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about a moment where Lisa could have very much been injured, and I am calling this kind of an accident because I do kind of think it was. This was of course involving the van that she was in. Given the fact that the girls have kind of been in injuries recently, you've seen them with bandages and stuff like that. So obviously there is this fear of people getting injured. And of course we also have Lisa with kind of a shoulder injury where she talked about that. And of course BLINKS are scared about her shoulder injury. I want to get into that and kind of my thoughts on all of this. So if at any point you have any thoughts on this or anything you would like to share, please just drop it in the comments, pause the video and give your opinions because we can have a debate here. And yeah, let's just sip some Blackpink tea here today. If you are new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you are a hater, like to be the first, leave your hate comment, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be the first to do so. Now, let's get into it. Today, the tea is boiling with Blackpink, okay? It feels like it's been a while since I talked about Blackpink just because so much has happened since the last time I spoke about them. And I definitely want to jump into it here today and talk about my girl Lisa. In case you didn't know, Lisa is my wife and I am perfectly fine with people thinking and believing that she is my wife. So we're just gonna put that out in the world. I'm gonna manifest that. So one of the last times that I spoke about Lisa was that time when she had that manager that apparently got fired from YG for allegedly stealing $800,000 from Lisa. So I do think Blackpink now has a new manager or someone that is in place of that. But a lot of BLINKS are now sit there kind of wondering what type of manager or what type of criteria does YG look for in a manager that allows for this? Because sometimes these things can end up looking really bad. Now I'm going to go from this instance that we're talking about here today from both perspectives, and I'm going to try really hard not to be biased. So Blackpink, as you know, has been caught recently with a lot of injuries. Specifically, Jennie has been seen in bandages and even crutches. During a live stream, she even had crutches too, but then there was a point where people thought that that was Jisoo's. We have no evidence of that really, and whether or not Jisoo would be injured as well. Because honestly, she looks fine. Even in the recent dancing videos, Jisoo looks fine. I was definitely amazed that Jennie healed so well, and she was able to look so good and how you like that. And of course, in the dance video, they all looked good. So no more of that Jennie is lazy thing because she is dancing with a broken ankle and she slayed it. Better than what I can do with no broken ankle. So congrats on YG's medical team and hopefully a speedy recovery for Jennie. Just to put it out there, it was reported that Jennie kind of broke her ankle as she was going to the gym. So it was a gym related injury. But with all this recent injuries, BLINKS are of course concerned. Now Jennie did say the injuries weren't as bad, but then she did say wearing crutches would make her injury heal faster. However, most people don't usually wear crutches to get a faster heal. I don't know what the situation is. Like, it still doesn't make too much sense to me. But I won't pry. If that's what Jennie says, that's what Jennie says. But when I saw the injury, this was around the time of the initial comeback announcement. I literally thought they must have been doing like cheerleading routines where they're like throwing each other in the air. And I'm not saying that jokingly. When I said that at first, people thought that I was joking, but I'm being quite serious. I'm seriously wondering how you can get a leg injury like that. Like in my head, I was thinking like, is it work related or was she just bungee jumping off her bed? Now that was a joke, so please laugh. But then there was a video that recently surfaced that left some BLINKS a little bit confused. It was a recent moment of Blackpink, or specifically Lisa and Rose. I believe Jennie was the one that was sitting in the front, and this was of course in a van. But we're gonna focus on Rose and Lisa because that is who we see in this video. It looked like they had just finished an event or something like that where BLINKS had to be there. And they were waving BLINKS goodbye. Lisa was doing the most. She was being as sweet as ever, saying goodbye to everyone, sending kisses, all that stuff, being super cute, being the most cute and adorable thing you've ever seen. Sorry wifey, I didn't mean to call you a thing. The incident that made BLINK really mad was when Lisa was leaning out the window. She decided to come back into the car with her fingers kind of like that on the window. The driver, the manager, whoever was operating the car started to like shut the window. Lisa of course immediately realized and she kind of pulled away. And you can see Lisa's expression change immediately. Like she's of course facing the BLINKS, she's all happy and cute and all that stuff. And she immediately just kind of sits down, turns away. Her facial expression goes blank. And then you see Rose in the back kind of make an expression where she's waving, then stops waving, and then she has a blank expression on her face and she kind of turns to the front of the car and she's staring at them. Now there's no audio in this video. And even if there was, the person who was recording this, it would have been hard for them to hear what was actually going inside the van. So we don't know what was said in the van, obviously. Like, did the driver scream, hey, we're gonna leave, so get your head out the window? Or did the driver just immediately start rolling up the window without saying anything at all? We don't exactly know what happened. But you can kind of see from Rose's reaction that she was shocked because she suddenly just stops waving and just looks at the front of the car and basically has this reaction of like, Why? What's going on? So it then was speculated that the driver maybe just wanted to go, so decided to just roll up the window. Obviously, the girls wanted to stay longer and probably say goodbye. I mean, they should get a moment to enjoy their fame. They rarely ever have comebacks or moments where they get to enjoy seeing BLINKS. So when they do, let them go out and enjoy seeing BLINKS. I don't know. But I want to see what other people on Twitter were saying. Basically, one person wrote this. Bleep you. Who's that driver or manager or whoever that bleep rolled up Lisa's window? What's the use of bleeping rearview mirror? Now, in my personal opinion, this felt like an accident. You can tell that they probably weren't aware that Lisa maybe had her whole arm or hand stuck out through the window. If you look at the video, once the window started to roll up, Lisa kind of pulls in and she's like, ooh. And then the windows stop moving for just a second. And then they keep going once Lisa has completely fully moved in. This to me shows that the driver maybe didn't know. Or perhaps the driver did say, okay, we're gonna go now, I'm gonna close the windows. And then maybe Lisa didn't hear. And then he started rolling up the windows and Lisa was like, ooh. But then of course immediately stops once he notices that, oh, Lisa's not in yet. If he continued to roll the window, didn't stop at all, then of course there would be a problem. But the fact that he did notice and he did stop, I think that it's okay. I think it was an accident. It just seems like one big little misunderstanding. I'm not sure if anything was intended to be really bad, but they definitely need to be more careful next time, both of them. Lisa and the driver. One, she needs to make sure she's not hanging out the window because there's several issues of things that can go wrong. It's very dangerous to hang out the window because you never know what crazy blink is gonna drag her out of the car or anything crazy like that. You don't know what's gonna happen. Wifey, be careful. And of course, the driver needs to make sure that Lisa's in the car before he starts rolling up the windows. It's very good that she did not get injured there, but there was an incident that also caused a bit of a worry where Lisa was in a broadcast. It was a recent type of series that Blackpink decided to put out. It is on YouTube and it's called 24/365 with Blackpink. Cute name, might I say. It's basically behind the scenes or more like a reality TV show of Blackpink. What more can you ask for? So if you want to know more about our girls, you can definitely check this video out and learn more about them. I would love for them to have a reality show on TV. Maybe on E! or something, kind of like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but maybe Keep Up with the girl group from K-pop. I don't know. They all live in a house and then you just get to see their lives. Ooh, wait, hold up. That's a really good reality TV show. Whoever wants to take that and make that into a show, you have my permission to do that, but I must be included. You must have me as guest star. I must meet my Blackpink girls. I mean, of course I've met them. Lisa is my wife, duh. Anyway, Lisa was kind of talking to the camera. She kind of had her hair kind of moved out of the way in one of her shots as she was talking to the camera. And you saw kind of a bit of a pink mark on her lower neck, shoulder. And people were concerned that this may be a problem. But when Lisa kind of sat down on the couch and continued talking, she pulled her hair to the front to cover it. This is probably what made BLINKS the most worried. Because if there was nothing to hide, why would you move your hair, I guess? But I don't know about this. Some BLINKS pretty much had this to say about it. This person wrote, Lisa got injured in Countdown Live. Other members said that Lisa took medicine for her painful shoulder. In the first episode of 24/365 today, whenever Lisa saw her wound, she immediately covered her shoulder with her hair. Baby, please take care of yourself. Now this is strange to me because most of the time it's shoulder wounds or shoulder pain, it's in the muscle. And this looks more like an outside type of wound, which is usually less severe, I think. I'm no doctor or anything like that, but flesh wounds seem to be less severe than internal wounds and would probably heal faster than inside wounds. But again, I don't know, I'm no doctor. To me, when I initially saw it, I thought it was maybe a bra strap type of redness. If you're wearing a bra for too long, maybe you'll get a red mark. Now, obviously, I don't know how bras work. I imagine anything with the strap can cause some redness. Sometimes I still wear a messenger bag. It'll leave a red mark on my shoulder at the end of the day. Especially if you're really skinny, kind of like Lisa is. There's no fat or padding basically there to kind of help you from getting less red. That was my initial theory, of course. If Lisa actually comes out and says that she has shoulder pain and all that stuff, then obviously my theory is wrong. Even Jennie's gym leg injury, what are you doing at the gym? I feel you have to be doing some sort of dance routine or something crazy like that to get an ankle injury, right? I don't think she's just sitting there pounding weights. The more I see their injuries, each of them, the more I think it's cheerleading. Because how many times have you heard a cheerleader break their ankle? All of them. It's in their contract that they have to break an ankle at one point. And also cheerleaders get shoulder injuries all the time because other people in the cheerleading group are probably standing on top of them. Maybe their next single will be a little bit more crazy. Whatever it is, I hope they are taking care of themselves. Maybe just chill out a bit. If they know them doing something, doing this particular particular thing is going to get them injured, maybe don't do it. Like, tell YG no. They honestly can't force you to do something that's going to cause you an injury. Like, also YG isn't going to want to get you into the hospital. They're going to lose more money by doing that. I get a lot of these K-pop stars want to kind of prove themselves and really want to show the label that they'll do anything, and they don't want to say no because it does seem unprofessional or that they're being lazy or something. But at the end of the day, you're saying no to a potential injury. That is, of course, if their injury is caused by performances and practices and things like that. We don't know. Like, on the other hand, it could just be them being careless and getting injuries. Like, imagine all the injuries were just like, oh, I hit myself with a frying pan because we were having a hitting each other frying pan contest, just for funsies. Anyway, let me know what you think about all this and let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring in this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving your comments. And as always, I do have a Patreon. If you want to go over to my Patreon and kind of check that out, anything you can contribute over there really does help kind of give back to this channel and really help me keep going and make better videos on here. So I really do hope you go ahead and check that out. It means a lot to me. You can also get exclusive content over there, such as music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions, all that stuff on my Patreon. Please make sure you check it out. Link in the top of the description down below. There's also 2 videos that will appear at the end of the video, so make sure you click on one of those videos on the screen, and I will see you over there. Bye.